Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Happy Wednesday. How are we keeping? Would you believe we were in March? Imagine that. It's mad to believe, but yeah, it's the first week of March. Would you believe? So, yeah, it's quite crazy that pretty much 3 months of the year is gone already. So, literally every time I start these streams, you always look at the date at the bottom, and it's just insane that we're here already. That we're already literally in March, the first week of March. It's insane. Um, the only reason why I'm not putting on music just to say because I just want to hear about the war in Iran. Yeah, Iran, it's Iraq, yeah. But I get mixed up with Iran and Iraq sometimes. I think we all do. Um, just listen to the White House press secretary just to see. We talk about other stuff, of course, apart from Iran, but mainly Iran is the most talked about thing at the moment, of course. Um, See, hopefully notifications and stuff go out. Hopefully it does. It should be fine, but just make sure that we are fine. It should be fine. Let me just check. Yeah, okay, I'm live. Very good. Mighty stuff. I didn't put up actually that I was going to go live today. But sure, hopefully people would know. Now I don't know about next Wednesday. I don't know about that. I might have something on next Wednesday. Will we see? We get to that when we come to it. So yeah, we'll just chill out for a second and then we get into obviously a lot of stuff to talk about, particularly with Iran. Some mighty stuff. Yeah, we talk about. I have to do a video. I haven't done a video in the last few days. To be generally honest, I have some recorded. I could put them up literally today if I wanted to. But I'm just a bit too lazy to be totally honest to do it. Um, Give me a moment. One moment, sorry. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. I'm tricking one of the sentence, but yeah. So I'm just listening to the White House uh, press secretary. That's what we're listening to at the moment, just to hear is there any other news. Um, because the whole Iranian conflict, I'll probably talk about in the video. It'd be better probably to talk about in the video when I do put it out, because it is having an impact in Ireland, even though it's halfway around the world. The price of petrol and the price of fuel, etc., home heating oil particularly, it's gone up dramatically. In some cases, it's gone up by 500 euro in just a few days. Yeah, it's insane, and it's going up as we speak. Yeah, like the price of petrol particularly has gone up a good bit. Like a lot of people won't be able to afford the petrol and stuff. It's going to be insane. Like it's going to probably go on a while. Like we're 4 days in. It's probably going to go on another week or two. Uh, but of course, there's no oil being delivered or petrol being delivered. Um, you know, because the oil tankers, etc., the oil ships, can't get the oil past the Straits of Hormuz. Of course, because of the war, and because Iran is threatening to blow up oil tankers delivering oil. Um, so it's quite bad for the world economy. It's quite bad for the Irish economy. It's bad for the Irish consumer. Uh, Now we could talk about the whole war in general, but yeah, there's many things to be talked about there. Um, Give me a moment. Sorry, I'm just looking at because the things happening literally as I'm speaking. Just so I know what's happening because there's no point not knowing. Um, yeah, I don't take notifications without, but that's unfortunate. But what can you do? Uh, um, let me see now. But yeah, I suppose we get started. So obviously, as I say, we've talked about it last stream. Like it was literally the main topic. Of course, Iran is the most biggest issue at the moment. Well, not the biggest issue, but the most talked about subject at the moment, of course, because of just the sheer chaos it's bringing to the world and the markets and etc. The oil prices, etc. Petrol, heat and oil, etc. So it's a huge, not even just the conflict, people losing their lives. We've seen Israel or the United States, which either one, basically one of the same, basically to be totally honest at the moment. Blew up a load of children, blew up a load of schoolgirls, but I think it was 136 children in the school in Iran. Now they say there was supposed to be striking a naval facility in that area, so they probably struck the school and said, but again, now the United States has a habit of blowing up children, and Israel has a habit definitely of blowing up children too. Um, but yeah, so that happened too, so that has to be looked into. Um, but there's a huge amount of people dead. Like they're saying at the moment, there's 1,000. What's it? 45,045 people dead, but there's way more. Probably they just don't know it. It could be 3 or 4 thousand people dead, and we know this. I think it's 4 United States service people are dead, like in the United States Army, due to the strikes, etc. And of course, Donald Trump has said the other day that this could go on 3 or 4 weeks. I think particularly he said 4 weeks. It could go on 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah, something like that. That was his quote. But like that's the only reason. Sorry, just if you hear background noise, I just want to hear what if they say anything else, the White House, because it's important just to know what's happening. Because it's not just Iran and the United States and Israel. It's the whole world too that's affected by this, particularly with the oil, as I say. It's not, you know, it's having an impact everywhere pretty much. Now, there was an economics person that was on the media, doing the rounds in the media, let's put it that way. And of course, any excuse too to put up the price here to fleece more people for money, their hard-earned taxes and money. And they're saying about the price of food could go up, etc. Because there's no what's a wheat? Yeah, wheat. Yeah, or fertilizer. Sorry, that's the right thing. Fertilizer. There's no fertilizer because it's all being blocked by the Straits of Hormuz. And of course, it's just price gouging basically too that's happening here. And mainly too because Ireland again, we should be able to grow our own food here, but um, so yeah, it's not going well for the UK government too. Hello, Glammy. I think that's how you say it. Hello, Glammy. I think I might be wrong, but how are you doing? Hope we're well this Wednesday. Um, Everything will go up pretty much. Like everything, pretty much. Like food, of course. The moment if you look at the petrol pubs, it's going up as we speak. Petrol and home heating now, particularly. Um, and of course, everything else will go up. Now, the same with the price of electricity too could go up. And now Ireland has the most expensive electricity in Europe, so it's probably going to go up electricity. And then when electricity goes, all the stuff will go up. Like everything basically go up. Like it's basically just a fleece to people here. Like food prices, on up food prices, but it's only an excuse to put up the price basically too. Um, but I don't know. We can have a big discussion about was it necessary because the United States is saying so many different things at the moment. Judy Vance is saying they had weapons of mass destruction. I heard that before. Donald Trump is saying they had missiles, etc. They were planning to attack the United States, which is insane. That a country would, like Iran and stuff like that, would be like, oh yeah, let's attack the United States, and we're going to attack them before they attack us. Like it's mad that Iran wouldn't have done that. Let's put it that way, because they know they wouldn't be obliterated. Like what? And there's no evidence. Like, I wouldn't mind if he said, "Here's the evidence that they were about to attack the United States or Israel," but there's no evidence. Like, the United States just kind of said, "I felt like it." That's what Donald Trump pretty much has said. And of course, not to say that they didn't even get approval from Congress. Like, us president of the United States, uh, you can't just declare war on other countries because that's pretty much what it is. Like, they're not saying it's a war; they're saying it's just a combat situation, whatever the phrase of that. But I don't know if people have seen about the American submarine that has sunk a frigate, an Iranian frigate, just off the coast of Sri Lanka. in international waters, actually. Um, Pretty much, and again, going by the rules of war and stuff like that, like any submarine, a military submarine that sinks any kind of ship, you're basically it's a state of war, basically, because the submarine can't just go around sinking stuff. Um, so pretty much, it's a war because going by the rules of war, you can't just submarines can't just go around sinking ships unless there's a war, unless there's a conflict. If that makes any sense. Of course, there's a conflict, but there should be. We should have had the Congress, etc. Um, but we could talk to the cows come home about the legality of it because, as you know, the United Kingdom didn't get involved, and probably rightly so because this is the United Kingdom's business. It isn't Ireland's business too to get involved. Well, Ireland's a neutral country, of course. We wouldn't, but the NATO countries, the Western NATO, it's the United States. It's Israel is more business than anybody else. It's up to Israel to defend themselves. The United States shouldn't be going and fighting the battles for them. To be totally honest. But yeah, you can't say that. But we'll wait and see what happens, I suppose. But yeah, this it could have a huge effect too. It all depends how long it goes on. If it goes on for another month or two, like I don't know, like they have just obliterated the Iranian regime, the military leaders and the political leaders and stuff. So there's not much left, to be totally honest, to people to kill. But to be totally honest, I suppose it all depends who'll be the next Iranian supreme leader. We see what happens there. I'm not sure. But yeah, so it's just chaos. Um, but it's worrying. It is worrying. But the other thing that's interesting about it is that China or Russia, like Iran, is their best friend pretty much. No, but not their best friend, but allies. They're allies, and China's nowhere to be found. In coming to Iran's aid, and particularly Russia. Vladimir Putin has done nothing um, to help Iran. And the same with Al Assad in Syria. Um, he done nothing. Like they were asking the Russian army to help them, and they couldn't help because Russia's too bogged down in Ukraine to do anything to stop United States or anything else from happening. So Russia and China is becoming more and more isolated in the world because obviously Venezuela they're gone. The leadership is gone, but well, not the leadership, but the top power is gone, and pretty much the United States owns Venezuela, pretty much. Um, so yeah, the United States. But yeah, the other thing I don't get, they said about missiles and stuff. They have loads of missiles, but it's crazy. Jesus Christ. I just seen this here. I don't know how accurate this is, but I say it probably is accurate. Um, yeah, probably would be white. Yeah, it would probably be white. Yeah, this probably actually would be white because I've seen a lot of it. Yeah, I've seen a lot of it over the last week or two. Um, Let me just get this for you so you can show you what I'm talking about. So this is to do with oil prices, heating oil. As I say, literally from yesterday, it's up nearly by 300. That's only since yesterday. It's up 300. So it's just going to keep going. So we could be looking at this for 500 liters, no, for 100 liters, sorry. But yeah, no, it's insane. Like, imagine just in the day, it's up by 23%. Like, it's insane. Like, nobody could really afford it, especially if it goes on much longer. Like, nobody be able to ever afford it. People, well, at least I suppose it's coming into the summer, but it depends. In Ireland, the summer is not the summer. It just keeps fucking going. The rain just keeps coming. Even though yesterday was lovely. Don't get me wrong. Great stuff. The government are basically saying "fuck you." Great stuff, mighty stuff, lovely stuff. The government basically have said "fuck you, Irish people. You pay for your electricity you own. We don't care." Great stuff, mighty stuff, great people. But how did they like? This is the thing. They never talk about they talk about giving weapons and stuff to Ukraine, and the United States obviously isn't doing that anymore because Europe is paying for it and stuff. But this is the thing: they give money and weapons to Israel for nothing. Like they give hundreds of billions of euro a year for Israel. Like Israel, pretty much the whole Israeli army, etc., is funded by the United States taxpayer. Like it's insane. And then they say about Ukraine, it's double standards. Yeah, anyway. Give me a second. Trying to find where I am here now. Uh, I don't think notifications went out tonight. Anyway, I'm just looking here to see that I get it because usually it tells me that I'm live. Imagine it tells me that I'm live. But I probably should have put it up. I didn't put it up yesterday or today about it. So I was too busy yapping about other stuff to be totally honest. Hello, everyone. Just give me 2 seconds. Um, sorry, give me a moment. Sorry, I just winding this up. Um, let's see. Uh, Israel for yeah, all along, yeah, pretty much. Like it pretty much is. Like there's no doubt about it because they're pretty much. I don't know if you see at the moment, but they're making every excuse under the sun on why they went into Iraq. Iraq, I mean Iran. Sorry, Judge Bush moment. Like they're making every excuse. Like you heard JD Fats the other day, they were like to have weapons of mass destruction. They never showed the proof. Even the last time when they were in the bomb Iran, they didn't show any proof that they had weapons of mass destruction or they were making weapons of mass destruction. It's the same now. They just kind of said, and Donald Trump was like, they're going to attack the United States, Iran. Like, are they like really? Is Iran literally going to be like, yeah, let's blow ourselves up? Let's just destroy ourselves. Like, there's no doubt about it that Iran wouldn't have done it because they know they would be destroyed. Like, what kind of sense does that make? Uh, it's insane. Like, no country would be foolish enough to attack the United States. Like, to start a war with the United, like, actively go and start a war. But it's all just a distraction from the Epstein files in a way too. That seems to be what they're doing because there's loads of Epstein files have disappeared, you know, since this invasion. So apparently they're using it as, let's make things disappear when people are not paying attention. Also, just to say, if anybody's listening, just to say I'm listening to the White House press secretary, just to hear what she's talking. Yeah, what about? Oh, and they're talking about giving weapons to Kurdish people. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've often seen his tweets about Israel and stuff. Um, but yeah, no, there's a lot of them on on Twitter. Uh, Speaking for Ireland, but as I say, we don't want anything to do with Israel. Um, to be honest, I think the majority of Irish people would be of that opinion too. We probably shouldn't be going near them, or have an end to do with them as much as humanly possible. Um, but yeah, no, I don't know why he's doing that, but but I suppose freedom of speech is allowed to do it. There's no crime against it, but he can speak for himself. I don't think he should speak for the country. Um, So a lot of Irish people wouldn't be that fond of the Israeli government, and particularly if not before, they're definitely not fond of them now. Paid visit. Oh no. Oh no, not a paid visit. What is this? Sorry, just give me a moment. I'm having a mental breakdown for that. What is this? Sorry, just give me a second. No, no, hello, Sasha. Yeah, I presume so. Not allowed. I've said a few things that I probably shouldn't have said, and that's why, yeah, YouTube is not out too pleased with me. Let's put it that way. They're a bit upset with me. I've said some talk crime stuff. Sorry, give me a moment. I'm trying to do multiple things here. Of course, when I go live, everything happens like usually, typical. And if I sat here and done nothing, nothing would happen. But as soon as I'm going to do something, something happens. It's just a fucking, it's a joke. But yeah, how are we doing, here, Shannon? How are we keeping this Wednesday? I hope we're having a good start of March because remember, it's 3 months in now. It's hard to believe, but it is the beginning of March. It's the 4th of March, actually, excuse me. Yeah, well, I probably do. It probably happened to me soon. Um, it probably happened to me soon because I haven't been too nice on Donald Trump the last few days either. Um, and not to mention Israel too, but it's mainly Israel. Not allowed to question Israel. Yeah, and commission them on. Yeah, I say they're probably very upset with me and commission them on. They probably are very upset with me. I say that's the main thing. You'd be surprised. Um, they're not happy at all. But let them cry. Um, let them cry. Let them eat cake, as they say. Yeah, but like, there's definitely no doubt that like Donald Trump came out yesterday and said that Iran was going to attack the United States. Like, it would have been insane for Iran to do that because they would have been totally annihilated. Like, why would any country willingly blow themselves up? But a lot of them see Donald Trump as the savior in a lot of cases. It's not the case because basically he's controlled by not allowed to say that, but but he's basically controlled by because Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State of the United States, basically said that Israel basically told the United States what to do. Like, you probably, if you're the most powerful country in the world, you probably shouldn't have a country in the Middle East telling you what to do and how to do it and when to do it. Uh, and especially because they don't know themselves. Like, they're saying one thing and then the next day they're saying another thing. Like, it's insane. Like, they don't even know. They don't even know what they want, basically, because they're saying 1 second they have weapons of mass destruction, the next second they're saying they have missiles, the next second they're saying this, and then they're coming out with this, and then it's insane. But I think a lot of people too. A lot of people just look for some kind of hope, um, like some kind of hope in the system, I suppose. Come over the horizon, yeah. Um, I don't know about that. Not really here, I suppose, but a lot of people don't want to. They want to see that some kind of person there on their side, I suppose, in the world as a leader and stuff. And living on coping, yeah, in a lot of cases. Well, don't get me wrong. So Donald Trump has done some good things, but the last while he's completely gone off the rails in terms of what he's doing. Uh, Sorry, I'm just looking at that now. But yeah, no, it's quite insane. The whole lot of it. But yeah, I only hope that it ends soon because the price of oil. We were just talking at the beginning of the stream that it's already gone up heating oil, etc. It's gone up massively. But a lot of people just no. I don't know about me going to save it. I don't think I can save it like myself. I think it's the people who have to do it. Like you have to get like a good cohort, a good majority of people. I think nowadays, particularly, I don't think one person can do it. Basically, what I'm trying to say, it have to be literally about 500,000 people so to save the country. If people, 500,000 people stood up and said no, we won't listen to the government anymore. We won't listen to their bullshit, and that's the only way you really do it. Because nowadays, I don't think one person can do it. That's what I think, Fell for it again, yeah. Like Donald Trump promised to be no war in the Middle East, to be no endless wars. Um, and look at this. Like he promised to be no war and stuff like that, and so, and especially because it's very little. Like more Iran was a danger to Israel more than the United States. But yeah, no, it's just fucking crazy. Everything's just fucking haywire. Um, and especially because here too, it's going to affect Irish people and stuff, because obviously the cost of stuff is going to go up because nobody can get oil or anything. But this is the thing too, like regime change. Like they're talking at the moment saying, "Oh, we want regime change and stuff in Iran." But this is the thing. I don't think they're going to work. Which deleted what? Sorry. Um. Oh, in your channel, you mean? Sorry, I thought you meant here. I thought it said I was deleting comments. Um. Oh, right. Like, geez, were they that bad? Jeez, they couldn't be that bad, could they? Like, I often have bad comments, like bad, like really, really bad stuff, but I let them just get it out. Like, there's very seldom I do anything. Like, I haven't done anything about comments in a long, long time. Like, usually I let people like literally go mad if they want, Um, because at the end of the day, that's the right if they want to go mad. Um, you know, yeah, I see what you're saying now, only, but I don't know, but see, Barack Obama didn't go around saying, "Oh, there'll be no more wars or anything." In fairness to Barack Obama, he wasn't like, "Oh yeah, there'll be no more conflicts and stuff. We're not going to get involved in any more wars and stuff." Like in fairness to Barack Obama, he didn't go around saying that. Yeah. Jack Chambers is like, "Fuck you, everybody." That's basically what he's pretty much has said. Where was this comment? I'm just trying to find your comment that I seen the other day. Um, I show you some of my comments at the moment. How does that sound? Just when you're speaking about comments, people who had no subscribe, really nasty stuff. Yeah, well, some people could be just the trolls and stuff like that. Or there could be Gaudi accounts. Let me see. Just give me that. Because the government did. Do you remember Leo Farkas said the government would create government bots basically to blow their own steam? Can you see my screen actually? You can see my screen, can you? Yeah. Oh, the Gaudi. Yeah, well, they're probably already here on my channel. So. Um, um, you can see my screen just to say, just to make sure you can. What the hell am I clicking on? Sorry. Um, like I don't know. Where am I here? We expect you. Can you see my screen? You can, yeah. Just to make sure that you can see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they say they still have it. Like, it's no doubt they still have it. Where was this comment? Where the fuck am I? Sorry. Um, why is that this? Is that the wrong thing? Huh. Yeah, so here we are. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah. Um, no, is this what I was saying? No, no, this is not it. Sorry, apologies. No, this is not it. I can't see. It's hard to remember everything. What the fuck am I? Sorry, just give me a second. I'm having a mental breakdown. Show more. When was this? Sorry, I need to just see. Am I literally having a mental breakdown? Maybe I'm actually having a mental breakdown here nowadays. Where was this? This was today. An old post. I don't know. Um, I'm just trying to find it. No, there was a comment. Not, I don't think it was from him. It might have been from somebody else. Like when you're speaking about nasty comments, like sometimes they are really like not nasty to me. In fairness, like years ago, there used to be people that were very nasty to me, particularly. Um, and I didn't. I never banned them or anything. I just kind of let them uh, talk. Where am I? Sorry, this is all having a mental breakdown. No, the fuck. Where am I now? Sorry. So I'm just trying to find. Where am I? Sorry. Apologies. This is always happens. Like this always happens when I'm looking for something. Where in the name of God is it? Is there a way to see new? This is from a day ago. Oh my God, I'm getting a migraine. We're looking at this. Um, is there any way to see new? New. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Well, that's not finished, but well, people can have opinions, I suppose, even though they don't might not agree with them. Uh, but yeah, no, people have different views and things. You know, like I suppose that you could argue why I have a big view on Finland if it's Apple too. You could argue that back, I suppose too. Um, where am I now? Sorry. Like probably I shouldn't probably allow this comment, but at the end of the day, it's why is it the wrong picture? I don't get that. But yeah, like things like this that would be classified probably as incitement to violence, etc. But at the end of the day, it's not up to me to police the YouTube, etc. Um, where am I here? Sorry, just yeah, like I'm actually having a mental. Oh yeah, here we are. Like I think this would like the other thing. You could argue this is incitement to violence too, uh, etc. But but it actually was him actually again. So yeah, but at the end of the day, that's freedom of speech. If people want to think like that, that's people's view. I don't know. Like literally, I don't know about me watching wars and Irish nationals and stuff like that. If I watched at war, I'd be Lindsey Graham, but yeah, no, like them. This comment from earlier on, and even this one up here. It probably shouldn't be allowing them, but that's freedom of speech. Oh yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, for a woman, you probably get it a bit worse, and some more girls, than me. I see it with Santa all the time. Like people are um very vicious, especially they don't listen to what she says. They're just very vicious people. just because she's a woman in a lot of regards. Just trying to see if there's any more like comments that are really, really just like there's some of them that are really, really bad, going back years. There's just a big, huge argument all the time here. We're not an argument, just I'm saying my view. Um, I can't remember where there was another comment just recently. Um, I don't know. It's probably long gone, but yeah. Where am I here? Oh, oh, okay, that's fine. Sorry, I kind of blew everything up there. Yeah, you're not the only one. I know that. I see it all the time. But particularly if you're somebody like in Santa Mount's position, you see it all the time. Like, look at her Twitter. That's why she never uses Twitter too much because basically people like it's howard abuse, it's dogs abuse pretty much she gets. You wouldn't treat a dog's bad. That's what. But if you just even look underneath the comments of her Twitter and stuff, it's just over sexualized stuff and other stuff like that. It's not even related to what she's talking about. Yes, man. Oh, that what he claimed that you had a yes man around you. He was saying that you got money too from him. Like the same as me. I could have ads on, but I just couldn't be bothered to be totally honest. Um, but yeah, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't get much even if you did have like ads and stuff like that. Well, your channel is a bit too small. You would have to have about 1,000 or more before you could put on ads and stuff like that. But I don't see that because I never be paying attention. Like I do see your posts now and again. Um, I'll just have a look actually when I'm here because I do see it now and again, not all the time, but I see it now and again. Give me a moment. Let me find myself here. I have to go through the whole list of subscribers. That's the worst thing about YouTube. You have to just go through the list. Not that list, but I wish you could easily find people's channels when you need them. Like I am subscribed to, but it's just fucking frightened because I'm subscribed to about 9 billion people. Well, not 9 billion people to say. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Now it's kicked me back to the start. I'm going to start a rebellion. um, but yeah, like just if Shears is still here, like the majority of comments, just for argument's sake, like out of what you're saying there, like say for example, for every 100 comments you get, like how many of them would be very, very nasty just because you're a woman? Take for example, like say for example, you have 100 comments now in the morning. How many of them out of that 100 would we say 20? Would we say 10? Just for argument's sake, you don't. Just for argument's sake, if you don't know. I don't know about yes men, but yeah. Well, I suppose he's doing the same. I suppose in a way. Even though he probably never watched your channel and stuff, it'd be different if he knew kind of who you were, etc. Then I would say then he could make an assessment if you were a yes man or you get what I'm saying. But I wouldn't go that far. Usually, you would like if I was going to say somebody was a yes man, I would watch what they were doing for a while and then determine it. I wouldn't just make it up on the spot, even though it's very clear that I'm a yes man for a certain person. There's no doubt about that. So you wouldn't be wrong in saying that about me. For one person, there's a bit of a yes man. But as I say, that's I don't know why, but at the end of the day, he's entitled to do it. Like there's no law against stopping him to do it, aren't there? He's entitled to his 10 cents too, or 50 cents. Where am I now? Sorry, I'm trying to find your channel, but it's taken 9 billion years for me to find anything. What is this now? I started out of the blue. But no, for argument's sake, like say for example tomorrow you make a post about, for argument's sake, about Donald Trump, right? Fair enough. Like say you get 100 comments or 200 comments on it. Like how many of them would be just outright just insane? Let's put it that way. Um, like some of them I get is insane, but a lot of people are generally not like too bad towards me. Like in fairness, a few times they will, but at the end of the day, I let them kind of go on. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do to stop them. If they want to shout about it, Um, I'm trying to find your channel now. I had to. Oh, here we are. Finally, took 700 years. I found you. Um, oh, you were saying about that. I see what you're saying now. But the man, the father Ted Farrow. I don't think he commented on this now. I'm just looking through now to be nosy. Being nosy. Um, like, is he on old posts? Aaron? He's not on your recent posts. So I've seen a few of them actually. Uh, these days, the position is fact. Yeah. Um, But no, I wouldn't pass any marks on the common sea shop because it is the internet. I wouldn't pass much marks, and even though they can be annoying and stuff like that, I wouldn't give them any. Uh, wouldn't give them any traction. Wouldn't give them satisfaction to responding to. Um, um, it's a terror, literally, like notifications and stuff. I think this is the most. How would you put it? Less people there ever was in the stream. I say Sean will probably come now in the next 10 minutes. But like, oh, didn't get a notification. That's what he's going to say. Yeah, I understand. I actually have a look in your channel now because I do see the posts. I see your post. I'm subscribed to. I see your post now and again. Um, but I don't be looking at the comments. Like I never go through the comments on people's videos. Thing because you could just, that's why you never really see me in any, like now and again I would reply to maybe Aaron only and stuff. I don't know. I think it was in your comments a few times. I replied to stuff. But not because the only reason why, because obviously being dyslexic and stuff, it's hard to have a back and forth in the comment section. Just give me a second and I have a look, just for myself, just to see. Yeah, I've seen some of the recent ones, but I haven't seen really the old ones. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's the same as I go on about Finland, etc. He's still entitled to these 50 cents, even though we might not agree with him. Uh, at the end of the day, that's his belief. If he wants to disagree with something, I suppose that's the way I see it. What are you posting about Hillary Clinton, Saoirse? Jesus Christ, posting about Hillary Clinton! How dare you? That's disgraceful. I'm just seeing that literally 9 seconds ago. No, just seeing. Can I see one, basically? Jesus. I'm just looking through your post now. That's pretty what this stream has turned into. Like, is there any from today, like, that you can see in the comments? Just so I can look for research purposes. Oh, you removed them, yeah. But I'm just trying to see if there was the one in the meantime. Oh, I see the one probably you're talking about, yeah. Yeah. I know. I'm looking through them and it doesn't see. Well, I don't know. Yes, you say you moved them ones. So I'm just trying to see can I see one um, out of the blue. I have a look. I keep an eye on it. That's what I do. I keep an eye whenever I can get it. Whenever I come across your posts. But yeah, no. If they're really being just mean and stuff like that, of course, there's no way really to stop them from doing it. It is a free country, but of course, I wouldn't really put up with it to be done answer. Sorry, give me a moment. So, yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, like a few times during my career and stuff, I made videos and stuff, and they were not viral, but they got a good bit of attraction. And I often got a lot of hate for them and stuff like that. But yeah, at the end of the day, people have different views and different things. Um, you know, like there's some really nasty comments. If I showed you, you wouldn't believe that I kept them up and stuff like that. There's some really like not from now, from a year or so ago. There's a few nasty ones, really, really nasty, like, very, very nasty. And I still let them up, like because at the end of the day, they're entitled to view, in my view, anyway. Even though I would fundamentally disagree with some of them, it's still their belief. Oh yeah, but at the end of the day, he's entitled. Even though I disagree with some of his assessments, um, at the end of the day, you know, he can make his comments because at the end of the day, that's democracy. Um, even though I might disagree with, in fairness, he's right probably about Alabama and stuff. That's not a great place to be in Alabama in the 50s and stuff. But it's not related to what I was talking about, if that makes any sense. But at the end of the day, that's just the internet. That's democracy. That's the way I see it. I know, in my view, I know. Um, um, like there's many times I had arguments with people and stuff over different views, etc. The comments. Um, because at the end of the day, you're never going to get everybody to agree with you on everything. That's that way. And I don't want everybody to agree with me on everything. That's that way. Apart from Santa Mountain, we make one exception. Um, but that's people have different values and different views. Um, that's pretty much the way it is. Um, and my whole purpose of doing YouTube is I started. So it wasn't to say to people you must think like this or you must do this. Um, yeah, even do he probably. I think I seen him one time on when your channel did get banned and stuff. But at the end of the day, it'd be different if he was literally coming to somebody's house or something like that. If he were coming to somebody's house or finding out, doing some harm, like physical harm to people and stuff. That's a different story. Um, like years ago and stuff, when I first started YouTube, Ward taught me and stuff. Like you shouldn't really let them like get under your skin and stuff. Um, but yeah, but it's not right what I see too. I see a lot on YouTube and stuff, and see people talking about it all the time. A lot of people now are just very bitter. It's to do with the world, the state of the world, and stuff like that. And people do feel very frustrated, like in their own personal lives, even though they might not be up. Like just if Saoirse's still here, they might not be upset if it's at Purdue particularly, but their personal circumstances and stuff. Because in a lot of cases, what's happening around them too. They take their anger out on strangers and stuff like that on the internet. Like say for example, if something's happening in their home life, etc. It happens all the time. Um, People lash out because they have nothing else to lash out on. Here making the tea out, Jesus. Um, Confort people. Oh no, no more fully conforting people. Um, like in fairness to Norma Foley, like she gets some out of shit. Like I give her a lot of shit too, but like in fairness, the whole like she doesn't give a shit. You know, like everybody in the country could give like being up in arms and still they would not care. Um, but yeah, so hopefully our troops, and just the last thing I say with the Iran conflict, hopefully our troops will be fine in Lebanon. As you know, too, they're hitting Hezbollah, and yeah, it's Hezbollah. So hopefully our men will be fine, and women of Oakleek and Heron will be fine on the blue line, the United Nations peacekeeping. So hopefully, please God, they'll be fine. Hopefully. Also, the crown prince of Iran was duped by Russian hackers today to do a press thing, which is something to be seen. I don't know if people have seen that. But yeah, we just chill out for the last few minutes. We'll probably leave it there for tonight. We talked a lot about Iran. It's unfortunate that the notifications and stuff didn't go out. It's unfortunate that, because I'd say Gordon and stuff would love to be here at the moment to have a discussion about all this, but it's unfortunate. I'd say Green Phase too would be very upset that he didn't get notification, and of course Fiona too. She'd be very upset. Um, Shit tricks. uh, yeah, like a pressure fuse. Yeah, too for a lot of people. But no, I'm talking like not people who make videos and stuff, but people who just in the comments and stuff like just barging people. I see it in other comments. I don't be looking all the time at other people's comments and stuff, but you see it particularly towards the women and stuff like that. I've seen videos just pop up my recommended etc. of women like bawling their eyes out over comments and stuff about their weight, their height, etc. Yeah, Sean Mack might turn up. Yeah, I don't know about Tony. I don't think you see Tony now. Um, but yeah, no, I've often seen videos like that where women just get fucking hard abused more than the men in a lot of cases. Now, obviously, being dyslexic and stuff, you get comments, question being autistic and being an idiot. But yeah, I'm used to that by now. I can have a PhD in that. But I don't like go like I could literally be like "fuck you" and etc. Like one time, somebody said to me, I think it was I can't remember who it was. I know who the person is, but I don't think you know who he is. He wouldn't be a YouTuber and that. But he was saying about one time he made a comment on one of the Irish far right YouTubers and stuff. And I don't know, he disagreed with them or whatever the story was. But basically, everybody attacked them, and it was just fucking insanity. Um, like shouted at him. He even though he was slightly criticizing them, you know, about something. It was I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something he wasn't happy with them for something. And everybody in his community just jumped on top of him and was like, fuck you. And even though, he wasn't like being too like as far as I know, he wasn't like saying, let's start a revolution or something like that. You know. But yeah, no, that can happen. But a lot of people just take it out because they can't take it out in real life. That's another thing too. You see, not so much on my channel, but you do see it now and again. These things like that happen. Let's see, where am I now? Give me 2 seconds, everyone. Just do this. Your man from Finland still making comments, but I'll deal with him in a second. I've seen a few comments. But no, like there's some really bad ones that you haven't seen. I probably should share it sometime, but like some of them are really, really bad. But I've left them up because at the end of the day, it makes no difference to me, I suppose. Since I have my pattern, don't need to go off on people for. Yeah, but a lot of people too on YouTube. It's like somebody says something bad about somebody, and then they respond, and then it just turns into a big fucking wow. Excuse my language, but I see it all the time. As this person was saying to me, what it was what I can't remember. He did say what YouTuber was like. It was one of ours, and they were like, "Oh, any criticism at all? They won't allow any criticism." Like many times, like hundreds of times at this stage, have been criticized about Sana Mao and etc. Hundreds of times over, hundreds of times, like quite literally. And I've still allowed that, and stuff. Yeah, politically speaking, yeah, politics too can get people riled up. But not even that; it's just society and etc. People are struggling to make ends meet, and people, for example, if the relationship ended or something happened, or they had a big argument at home or something like that, people take it out that way. In parliamentary language, indeed. Geez, you wouldn't want to be on social media. It's always in parliamentary language. Every day of the week. It would not be appropriate, I don't know. Just to say, I don't know. People seeing about Jack Chambers, him saying about the government are going to do fuck all basically to help people, with the energy wise, because obviously with the conflict of Iran. So when they spoke about Iran, yeah, like I'm speaking about it now, but I'm not getting that much. I think a lot of people can see what I'm talking about, etc. But yeah, like they're literally like, yeah, like the government's like, no, it would be inappropriate to help people. Let them starve. Jesus Christ, be praised. Sorry, give me a moment. Study. Pelgele Vito. Study. Like another thing I get fucking criticized the hell and back for. Well, not criticized, but a lot of times attacked I would use because of my grammar, etc., etc. Because the majority of the time it's that I have to speak into the phone because my spelling is that atrocious. And I make no shame of it because it's just the simple truth. So that's why oftentimes my community posts, like that's why you don't see me writing a big fucking article on the community post because it's just torture that I have to write. Like I'd rather do videos and explain how I got this view, how I taken about it, etc. If that makes any sense. What's my name? My God. But yeah, is there anything else actually before we probably stay for another minute or two, and well, not a minute or two, but a few minutes. I know. If there's anything else anybody wants to bring up or anything, just to say, if anybody wants to come on, I don't know if you want to come on and say a show, Oh no! And if you wish to come on any night, just can, of course. Just to say, I've offered this about 7 times to people, and nobody's taken up. Nobody's taken me up on my offer. Imagine. Um, yeah, yeah. In a lot of cases too, that's just it too. But sometimes people, have some legitimate grievances, etc. Sometimes, not all the time, but yeah, if it's not who I want to be somebody else tomorrow. Let's put it away. But I'm not saying that Iran, they're not like saints. Like, let's be fair. You see what happened in January. Like the Ayatollah and the Iranian regime killed thousands of people for protesting. Like 30,000, could be more. They killed for protesting. Went out and machine gunned them. Like they actually literally went out in the streets and started machine gunning people who were protesting. And the same with that time with women's rights back in 20, 2023 or so. Oh, thank you, Aaron. But yeah, like some people do have legitimate grievances and stuff. Um, sorry. What is this? But yeah. But yeah, imagine literally nobody ever wants to come on. I've literally offered it 16 times, the detail, for people to come on for an hour or so. But nobody's willing to take me up my offer. People are too afraid to come on. Disgraceful. It's disgusting. The West has fallen. Green Heart for respect. What is this? Give me a moment. I'm just trying to find where I don't read it again. I said, oh yeah, like the American ambassador to Israel, pretty much let the cat out of the bag on Tucker Carlson. I don't know if you've seen that. I presume you did see it, but he pretty much said, yeah, he pretty much said the quiet part out loud. Um, but yeah, see, like they said the quiet part out loud. That's what they did. Also, Assassin's Creed Black Flag is getting a remake. Ho ho! The West is saved. Yeah, no, I think I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen it back in the time. I don't think I'm allowed to talk too much about it. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to discuss this. Freedom of speech is not allowed. The state forbids freedom. As Leo Farker said, we decide when you can have your freedom. We remember too much. Eh? Are you calling yourself old? Oh, Jesus. Oh, you calling me old? Which one is it? You're calling us all old. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You did mention Ireland specifically. Um, but yeah, this way, the American ambassador to Israel, it didn't go well. A lot of people like, what's happening here? We want nothing to do with the bet, but it's not an idea of sovereignty. Jesus. Jesus. But this is the thing, actually. Where was my statistics? To give me a second. Just when you're speaking for that. Don't mean to shame people. Give me 2 seconds. Give me a moment. I'm trying to find where I am. Also, yeah, we'll be soon doing that quiz. Probably in April. How does that sound? Would anybody be interested in that? Like, it'd be only 3 people we'd be able to have. But we'll see how we go. We still have to work it all out. We still have questions and stuff to put into it. It's going to take time to get it done. Where am I here? Sorry, give me a moment. Everybody is. Oh. Where am I? Sorry, give me a second. Audience, yeah. Oh, this is, yeah. Give me a moment. Where is Lifetime? So, Lifetime, give me a moment. So, it's a lot of tricking about at this YouTube studio. You'll see. I can't give much more details, but you'll see. But it's gonna take a while because we still have to finish it off, and it's gonna take time. It's not going to be as big as prizes before. Like the amount, I don't know if you remember the Cavan Day quiz. I think Aaron only probably was here for that. But unfortunately, it won't be millionaire because it'd be like only like the top prize would be €100, right? And then the second prize would be €50, and then the third prize would be just €20. Um, like before, I don't know if you remember when Shawnee won the €500. And then Sean Mack was no, so it was another person. I can't remember who the person was. He used to be around an awful lot. I forget who he is. I forget all about his name, but oh Jesus, I forget now. But it was Sean Mack that came and told. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that. Everyone only would remember what I say. You can see this, cat. Just make sure you can. Yeah, when you see this, give me a 5x5. Well, mate, I'm trying not to show stuff that I probably shouldn't show. So I'll just show you the for what. So this is Lifetime. If it would show, see when you have it Lifetime, it yeah. Pages on spots of lovely. Oh, there we are. Okay, see that can happen. Yeah. I know who you're talking. He was just in the other night. Johnny. Yeah, Johnny. He was in the other night. But yeah, you can see here. So this is Lifetime. Actually, no. Give me seconds. What? It used to be a lot more elderly people. Like it used to be a lot more. Give me a moment. Where is the last 350 days? See, this has a finish too. Was on it. Like, yeah, look at this. Like the last 365 days from March the 4th, 2025. Like, my highest amount was between 65s. It's been like during my lifetime, it's more the 18 to 24 years. But in the last 365 days, it's been 65 plus. Now, obviously, this might not be correct. But look at this. Like, look at this. Top subtitles, English. Like 30% of the people in the last 365 days are listening to English subtitles for me. Well, Jesus Christ, if you're 65 plus, Jesus, you must be elderly then. I don't even take a show. Yeah, it's up here. I can show you more in a second. But you can see there's a lot of people not subscribed. A lot of people used to be the opposite way around. If I can show you this. But of course, all of this is my top priority. It takes a long time for this to load for some reason. Much there, but you can see when the algorithm works, but then you can see when the algorithm doesn't want to work stuff. Like more from Sweden. Like I did find this interesting last 365. There's more people watching me from Sweden than there is from Finland. Make that make sense. But yeah, and a lot of people watch me from the United Kingdom. But obviously Ireland is the main cohort. Like there's some weird places like Israel and stuff. People watching me. Russia, people watching me from. Why so? I don't know. Uzbekistan, Ukraine. Um, Let me just see the last 28 days. Like it's interesting to see, but you can see like YouTube is not happy. you can kind of see that when you look at this. That YouTube is very upset with me. But yeah, like you can see Ireland just insane. Like the last 7 days, let's have a look. Could be, yeah, you could be right actually. Yeah, you could be right now. And I actually didn't think of that one. Yeah, like Ireland. But you can see like it just has a mental breakdown. Like it works, like the algorithm decides to walk and then it just fucking goes off a cliff. If I can show you lifetime, I'll show you. If it would load. So I click lifetime. Hello? My God. See, it has a bit of a breakdown. I wish this is, yeah, this is, oh my God. There we go. So I'm on YouTube since 2016. It's a long time ago. But you can see here, like, what fucking mad. But you can see, like, the algorithm works. Sometimes. Like, sometimes the algorithm decides to work and sometimes it doesn't. But you can see Ireland insane. Like, 300,000 nearly people watch me in Ireland. Sweden's still very high, but Finland's, this is lifetime. Finland's still very high. Like, there's some weird places on this that people just fucking watch me from. Oh, Kenya. Oh no. Like there's some weird places, like really weird places. It's not on it anymore. Pellegilly. Go back. I hate having to go back through this. My God. Oh yeah. You can see a lot of people watching me on the phones too. But the majority of my audience are male. Like this last 365 days and stuff. Just actually when we're here with the audio translates and stuff. Like you would be surprised how many people use audio. This is from last year to this year. How many people use no subtitle, right? But look at this. Like, this is bad when you see this. That 17,000 people put on English subtitles. Like, this is bad. Like, I only noticed this the other day. But 17,000 people, like, I can't understand this fella. So, it is quite bad. Like, it is really, really bad when you see that. That 17,000 people couldn't understand what I said. But yeah, Finnish auto-translate and Russian auto-translate. Like, there's some weird fucking languages in this, like Ukrainian. German, Hebrew, Slovakian, French. Yeah, like there's some weird ones. But yeah, I probably should put this up. 17,000 people. Actually, 17,000 people used like English translation. Like it's quite bad. It just shows out. Hello, Sean. What time did you call on this? I presume notifications only went out. We're just having a mental breakdown here. Well, a good evening. Like I'm just showing people. I don't know how. I think it was Aaron Only's fault that this happened. Blame him. It's not going to work. It doesn't want to work. Great stuff. Greek, yeah, Greek. Oh, here we are. It takes a long time. Yeah, but it's insane when you look at this. Like 34,000 people in my lifetime used English subtitles. Like think about that for a second. Like 360, yeah, a lot of people unable to understand me, but 364,000 couldn't understand me. That's insane, and that's without all this Italian and like every fucking language under the sun. Hebrew, Japanese, Dutch. Do you speak Japanese? Oh, Irish, Irish, Australia, but nobody. Australia, Greek, Ukrainian. It's funny, like French and stuff. Don't know why, but but no, it's quite bad when you see this in your lifetime that half of the people when you're speaking English can't understand you. No, look, ooh, back again. Hello, hello, Greenface. How are we doing? He's only after getting notifications now. I bet you he's only after getting it now. Quite literally, just when we're about to go for tonight. Did you only get it now? Disgraceful. What time do you be calling this? Pelly Kelly. But yeah, what's the good part? But yeah, that's pretty much it for this evening. We talked for a good while. Unfortunately, YouTube notifications just refuse to work. They just don't want us to work. They just hate us. They despise us. It was the Healy ways. Oh, Jesus. The reasonable excuse. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, but see, this is the thing. Like he probably reads off a script, Like a lot of people read off a script and stuff on the YouTubers and stuff. Even I know people who make videos and stuff online and stuff, and they always read off a script. Like what I say, I just kind of fucking say it. I don't kind of beat around the bush. I kind of just say what I feel, and that's really it. So it'd be very hard because they have a script and they just kind of put it in. Like I just go fucking rogue if I'm not happy. Just in the door. Jesus Christ. What? Apparently, going by this, that Iran. Listen to this for a second. Listen to this. That Iran is targeting Turkey at the moment. Obviously, NATO country, so this is very worrying. So I don't know. I'm just after seeing that there now pop up, but which would be insane too. But apparently that's what's happening now. So apparently Iran is targeting Turkey. And of course that's a NATO country. So Article 5 says an attack on one is an attack on all. So we have to see how that goes. But no, don't worry. I'm only joking with you, Sean. Don't take me serious. I know Wiley. You have 100 things going on. I know Wiley. No, Jesus, don't be taking me serious. I was only joking around with you. I understand you have 100 million things going on at the moment. You still have military bases in Cyprus. Yeah, they actually hit one of the sites, like the airfield in Cyprus. But no, that's no 100%, John. There's no need. There's no need to explain yourself, finally. Only wind you up a bit. I know, but yeah, there's no. If you have things to do, you have things to do. It's the same. We can't always be like available and stuff. There's things happening. It's the same even with me. Like next week, I could be away next Wednesday type of stuff. I don't know. It's kind of 50-50. We'll be live next Wednesday. Things happen. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's just the way it is. That's just what it is, unfortunately. Like we can't always be ready for everything, like for streams and stuff. Yeah, Patrick O'Donoghue, the Minister over the Office of Public Works, he's a great man, isn't he? The country is a lot better having him as our Minister. Said no one. Like they're all clowns, like basically, like in the door, like they just basically just go around playing fucking music all the time, like clown music. Yeah, like their island is split too, the same as our island. Um, they're pretty much in the same situation, but Cyprus, of course, is a lot more smaller than Ireland. Um, so it's a lot more prevalent in their society and stuff. Um, but I think they're happy enough with the British military being there. I don't think they've passed much remarks on that because the British do have two bases there. But I do think the British are paying them for it. So at least that's good. But anyway, that's it for tonight. That's all she wrote. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We didn't even get around to talking about Santa Mount Stalker. Imagine I haven't got talking about it because the war in Iran. So we never got it. We have to talk about tomorrow, no, the other night, next night, sorry, Saturday night. Because I still haven't got around to talking about that. Hello, Fiona. Good evening. How are we doing? What time do you be calling this? But anyway, no notifications, I presume. But yeah, everything's just fucked. The West is falling. It's Jova. Not yet. But anyway, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Erin only, of course. Thank you, Saoirse, if she's still here at the moment. Sean, of course. Greenface, of course. That was pretty much it. Nobody, I don't think there was anybody else. There was somebody else at the beginning of the stream, but I can't remember his name now, to be totally honest. But yeah, thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, as always. We hopefully be back Saturday. Please, God. So yeah, for the moment, thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we chat again Saturday. See you later. Thank you.